Okay, we'll pick up where we left off on the last one. I ain't, rough time editing this stuff. I'd rather be playing. But, alright, we were right in the middle of this, the last video. It's like, because I was 15. So that was a little bit of James Burton. And, we all know of James Burton. And he, when I was 15, I was like, James Burton played on Susie Q when he was 16. I got a long way to go. I better get my shit together, man. So I tried. I'm still trying. Now, the next topic is fiddle tunes. And I used to practice them a lot. Now I have this modern jazz gigs, and man, that's a lot of practicing. But the fiddle tunes are great for picking, and my picking ain't the best. It's always been a little clumsy. I use these picks, these blue tortoise. They're like Jim Dunlop, 2mm. They're very thick picks. Sometimes I use the Jim Dunlop, the little jazz picks. It depends. Then this pick doesn't leave the house. This is supposedly the pick that all the guys that played gypsy jazz in Europe use, and it's really everything about 6mm thick. I mean, it's crazy. But this guy Patrick, the chief, gave it to me, and he passed away. So this thing never leaves the house. And people ask me about my strings. I use very heavy strings. 13, 17, 22, 34, 44, 56. The 22 is a big plain string. I'll never back down and use lighter strings. For me, to me, it's a cop-out. It's like, yeah, I probably got to work a little harder, or there's probably some things I can't pull off as easy, but I will never back down from this. I won't go with lighter gauge strings. I don't care. And this is a Gibson Les Paul Jr. The one guitar that I ever regret selling was a Sunburst Gibson Les Paul Jr., and this would be probably about 1979. I sold it and bought a bass amp with the money, and the bass amp wound up blowing up or something. But I finally found a reissue Les Paul Jr. at a reasonable price, not at these crazy prices that people charge for them. I found a used one, and hey, it was a birthday present to myself. So now I'm going to talk about fiddle tunes. Okay, let's fire on the strings. And that's a tough one. That's a Joe Maphis song, based on the old fiddle tune "Fire on the Mountains," and that's Joe Mathis playing a lot of 50s records, Wanda Jackson, the Everly Brothers, the Collins Kids, Johnny Bond, Hot Rod Lincoln. He's the guy. This is Joe Mathis. All right, then there's then there's Drunken Hiccups. That's the Drunken Hiccups. And I think that's a slip jig. A slip, I don't know. I played one weekend. I've been lucky to be kind of a visitor, as playing as a sideman. I got to play a couple of Latin gigs on upright bass and one on guitar, like straight ahead Latin music. And I got to play a weekend with this Irish band playing traditional Irish music. And I was nice to be exposed to all that stuff. I think they call that a slip jig. So those are some fiddle tunes. I learned them from Library of Congress American Fiddle Tunes, just from trying to steal them from the record, or Joe Mathis Fire on the Strings. Joe Mathis, a lot of these players, they have something I don't have. It's just that they're deadly clean and accurate players, and every note is right on point, Anyway, check them out, and, sometimes I think I won't really live up to my heroes, but I just try to keep on. All right. Thank you so much, and we'll see you on the next one. I got a little dress up for this one tonight. All right. So have a good one, boys and girls.